Welcome everybody to the latest in the Innovator series of videos. And today I have the great pleasure of having with us none other than Sasha Kyles from the State Farm Arena in Atlanta. Sasha, known you for a little while now, and I'm very excited to be able to do this interview. Perhaps you could maybe just introduce yourself and your role at State Farm Arena there.
Sure. Thank you for having me. I'm actually so excited to kind of dive in and chat a little bit. But like you said, my name is Sasha Kyles. I'm the senior manager of arena programming over at State Farm Arena in Atlanta. Arena programming is just a fancy name for booking. So we book everything outside of Hawks, and we do everything from finding the date, contracting the date, getting insurance for the date. Then we pass it on to the event managers. And then in the end, we come in and settle, do all the settlement financial things, even some analytical type of things we do. So we're a little group who does many things.
That's great. And look, I know you started at State Farm Arena way back, and actually before it was State Farm Arena even, way back
Right.
about 9 years ago. I
Yeah.
believe you were an intern then. So what did your event management process look like way back then?
Well, yeah, saying 9 years ago is wild because it doesn't even feel like I've been in this industry for 9 years, but I guess I have. Yeah, I started as an intern while I was in college. Completely different booking system. It's funny because one of my first roles that they gave me when I came over to then Phillips Arena was flipping everything from our Microsoft calendar. So all holds and everything was kept in a calendar or a holds book. And my job was to take everything from those calendars or books and transport it over to event booking so we could start this new kind of process of booking things. My bosses, both of them, an EVP and senior director, they talk about how they physically wrote out holds in their holds book or physically put it in their calendars and had to release and things, everything from that, which is wild to even think about. But we have made monumental steps in our booking process that have really kind of changed the way that we do our jobs and have definitely made it much easier. So it's taken so many steps since then. And great shout out to, even booking to Momentus. It's been awesome.
Well, thanks for that. It's great to hear those journeys, and that's a great segue to my next question. You talk about how you using the tools change the way that you do your jobs for the better. Can you talk about how the Momentus platform has changed the way you manage events? The things that you like most about the system that gives you the most efficiencies?
There's so many cool things about Momentous. I think I could probably be here all day. But some of the things, just like being able to put in all of the information and all of the notes, I think is really cool. How being able to put your documents into the actual system. With Momentus, particularly, you can add the dashboards have been so helpful. I feel like around fiscal year, the end of fiscal year, leadership is always asking for stats and how we're doing and keeping track with how many events we've had, what's been the financials look like. And it's just been so cool to have that one platform that can give us all this information in one spot. Even just the small things, like the way that you can release a hold and automatically promote the holds underneath it. I think we were all my group when we were training, we were all kind of just mind blown because we hadn't seen that before. We were so used to going to every little event and release, release, release. So having something that's just a click of a button and having it be so just easy to use has been so huge. Another one of my favorite things is that really blew my mind during training too was the ability to put the information from the event into an actual contract. We all were looking at each other is this real life? Are you sure? This is some magic wizardry kind of thing going on. But just the way it makes our jobs easier and more efficient. I love being able to work smarter and not harder. And I think this platform really just helps us do that. And we're able to get more work done because we're not spending as much time on the little things and releasing a billion NBA holds, when we confirm the schedule. It's just something that's so much easier for us. So
That warms my heart to hear that. That's so great. Thanks for sharing.
yeah.
Um, and you talked about being an NBA arena. a lot of things have changed, I think, in the arena world, particularly after COVID, as we look to new business and that. So, can you share with us some of the goals for State Farm Arena when it comes to events? What are you looking to try to do next?
Yeah, I mean, if you ask our leadership, we want something 365 days a year. We want to be booked up. Right now, we're really focusing on becoming a multiple show arena. We want people to come here and say, Atlanta is such a great market. We want to have not one show, but two or three, or residency is something we're really looking into. Being able to be a building for every fan. We want to expand our event mix. We are really excited to have things like K-pop is making a huge appearance in our market, as well as Latin shows and things like that. So we love to see that. And on more of like a another side of things, esports has been
Mm,
really cool. We want to expand to that. We want to even expand our private event sector, like the huge meetings or even the smaller meetings. We just want to be a building for every fan. Um, so that's what we're really working on. We're really excited about it. I think we're doing it. So Atlanta is going to be a hub. It's growing so much.
that's so cool, and I had the privilege of actually being able to be at the arena not that long ago, and it's pretty impressive what you guys have done and the partnerships you've got
Gosh.
and the create you've created these experiences within the venue besides the events that are going on. It's so cool. So I'm sure
Yeah,
you're going to
and
get there.
yeah, and it's just that's the best. Like when you mention experiences, that's our biggest goal, I think, is we want to create memories and experiences for everybody who walks through our doors, from the fans to the promoters to just our clients and like even our employees. And we just want that everyone who walks in our doors to get that experience, those memories, the best time.
Fantastic, and I think so. Knowing those goals and how you want to do that, I think it's my duty to help you reach them. So let me ask you this: can you tell us why State Farm Arena in Atlanta is a great place to have an event?
Oh yeah, of course. So not only is State Farm Arena a world-class venue with the best technology there is to offer, we have the best staff. Every time a fan walks to our building, we're making sure that they feel special and that they're here to make memories. We love to work with clients of all kinds, coming from all different types of backgrounds and different type of events. We have a wonderful staff who loves to work directly and meet everybody where they are and just work on making the best experience for everyone who walks through our doors. So yes, please, we'd love to talk to you. Everyone come and reach out to me. We'd love to figure out about your event and how we can make it work in our building.
That's awesome. So good. So, a bit of final advice. I've got a couple of questions here. One on the business side and one on the personal side. But the first one, what advice would you give to other stadiums and arenas when it comes to event management? What could they, what from your experiences could you impart to help them?
One thing about being in this industry, especially for such a long time, it's so easy to get comfortable with doing things the way you've always done them. And
Right.
speaking of the Innovator series, like it's cool to be innovative. Like it's cool to like find new ways to do things easier, to be more efficient. So I would say don't get stuck in the bubble of this is how it's always been done, and maybe just like step out of your comfort zone a little bit, try something new, and it could really benefit you guys in the long run. Like Momentus, for example, like making this transition from event booking, something we had been using for forever, to Momentus was a huge change for us. And we had to just step out of our bubble of just being comfortable and take that step. And we've benefited big time. And I think it's really helped our processes in the long run. So, yeah, step out of your comfort zone. It's fun out here.
I I think that's great advice. And then so on a personal level, like you're a perfect example of someone who's had massive success in the industry from coming in as a young intern from your college days, and where you are now. So what advice would you give someone who's maybe now in your shoes? They're at college, they're looking for an internship, they're thinking about a career in the venue industry. What would you suggest to them?
I think my thing would be just to get out there and network. I did a lot of volunteering before I was hired on full time. I was just make those relationships while networking, and then maybe like shoot them a note, be like, hey, like Merry Christmas. I hope you have a great holidays, or hey, I see this is coming up. Please let me know if there's anything that I can do to kind of help out, or if I can come over and, fill in anywhere that needs space. Just make yourself available, make yourself present, and that keep your name like top of mind for these people that you're networking with. And when you come, just do a good job, be a positive light, and they'll think of you. Like when they are making a job, adding a position, someone leaves and comes in, you'll be top of mind. Like, hey, Sasha did this great job for us, and she's been, we've been in conversation, and I'd love to have her in for an interview. And that's actually how I got this job. Like, I was an
Oh,
intern.
wow.
Yeah, I was an intern.
Yeah.
My internship ended for maybe a few months. I saw an event come up that I knew was huge for them. Hey, like, can I come down and, help out and just like be there and be a helping hand if I need? And then as soon as I saw the position go up, I was able to be like, hey, I would love to be considered. And then I ended up, yeah, I got it. So it was just,
And here you are now.
and here I am now. So
Yeah,
just
that's
stay out there,
yeah,
network.
that's so cool. That's great advice, and yeah, like I think you certainly agree with everything. It's all about making sure that you're willing to put your hand up, right? Have a go,
Oh, yeah.
and keep yourself in front of network. So great advice. And Sasha, look, it's been an absolute pleasure talking with you today. Thank you so much for sharing these insights. I'm sure that these will be really appreciated by everyone watching, and look forward to catching up again in person soon.
Okay, yeah, same. Thank you so much for having me.